Before Sherlock, before Scrooge, Dickens introduced the world to Mr. Pickwick and a club of cheerful observers chasing human comedy across England. Meet Mr. Pickwick, a gentleman explorer of everyday life, and his club of merry witnesses to the ridiculous and the sublime. A warm, witty Victorian road movie. Cozy interiors, lively inns, and the open road. It began as monthly papers and became a national sensation, rattling stagecoaches, ruddy-faced coachmen, and friendships tested and toasted by the hearth. Pull up a chair and the club is in session. Come, gather round, an introduction to Mr. Pickwick. This wasn't conceived as a grand, weighty novel in the way we might think of one today. Instead, it was born out of a rather modest commercial idea in 1836. A young writer, barely in his 20s, and known only as Boz, was hired by Chapman and Hall. The initial concept, short, amusing texts to accompany sporting-themed illustrations by the popular artist Robert Seymour. Dickens insisted the illustrations should arise from his text and broadened the theme to travel and comic situations. In monthly installments costing 1 shilling apiece, the adventures began. At first, sales were poor, a precarious start for a future phenomenon. Serial publication forged a live connection. Dickens could react to feedback, expand beloved characters, and end on cliffhangers or high comedy. Tragically, Seymour took his own life after the second installment. A new artist was found, Hablot Knight Brown, who signed himself Fizz. Meet Mr. Pickwick, a gentleman of a certain age, round of face, even rounder of belly, with a delightfully bald head and spectacles perched rather precariously upon his nose. A philosopher, a keen observer of human nature, he founded a little society, the Pickwick Club, dedicated to travel and discovery. A map of England on a heavy oak table in a bustling coaching inn. The smell of roasted meat, sawdust on the floor, ale in a tankard. Mr. Pickwick, beaming with childlike enthusiasm, points a chubby finger at a route. Ready to embark on an adventure. Not explorers of jungles, not scaling mountains. Oh no. But Rochester, Cobham, Eaton's Will, not exactly exotic, but full of strangeness, comedy, and outright chaos. He approaches with utmost gravity, unaware he's the most peculiar specimen, a human magnet for magnificent mishaps. Rattling stagecoaches, ruddy-faced coachmen in greatcoats, horns echoing through mist, the bull and the white hart, fires crackling, supper with a pint of stout. The journey is the entire point about the people you meet, the stories you hear, the ridiculous situations you blunder into. Not a dark and stormy night, but a bright and hopeful morning. A gentleman of immense goodwill and naivety. He is the benevolent, bumbling sun around which the other characters orbit. Tracy Tupman, romantic at large, a portly, middle-aged Casanova without the results to match. Augustus Snodgrass, poet, occasionally, ever ready, with a notebook, never with a line of verse. Nathaniel Winkle, sportsman, in theory, terrified of horses. Inept with a shotgun, a danger on skates, and then the breakout, Sam Weller, wit valet, legend. A quick-witted cockney with Wellerisms and a henpecked father, Tony Weller, fiercely loyal and endlessly resourceful. The heart of the book beats to the rhythm of the road, clatter of hooves, cheerful blasts of a coachman's horn. A cabman accuses them of being informants. A crowd gathers. Our heroes tumble aboard to escape the mob they accidentally provoked. Pickwickian method. Venture out with the best intentions, misunderstand everything, survive with cheer intact. In Eatanswill, a hilariously corrupt election pits the Blues against the Buffs in astonishing absurdity. Voters bribed with meals, kidnapped by rivals, and plied with enough ale to fell a regiment. The neutral observer becomes the spectacle, cheered, then showered with vegetables. A masterful send-up of pomposity, and, one might say, surprisingly contemporary. Mr. Winkle's secret marriage to Arabella leads to a sedan chair, mistaken identities, and frantic whispering in the dark. A ballet of incompetence. At Dingley Dell, Dickens distills pure joy. Feasting, drinking, dancing, parlour games. Speeches from Mr. Pickwick, Winkle meets the ice, voices hush for ghost stories by a roaring hearth. These chapters helped shape our idea of Christmas. Fellowship, cheer, and second chances. The journey is the point. Every muddy lane, every sleepy market town. A new and fascinating chapter in a bright and hopeful morning. No comic adventure is complete without a good villain. Here, a charming duo. Newmarket, train band, captain in the army, hates a doctor, damns a lawyer, all that sort of thing. Tall, thin, impossibly shabby, and a master of the quick con. Job trotter, perpetually melancholy. A virtuoso of fake tears and confessions that lead victims astray. He crashes a military ball by stealing Mr. Winkle's coat, then charms dignitaries. He nearly elopes with Aunt Rachel for her fortune, foiled at the 11th hour. Swindles and stunts abound, even provoking a duel with a furious doctor. Later, we meet him ruined in the Fleet. The feeling is pity, not triumph, and Pickwick moves to help. In Dickens's world, rogues aren't monsters. They're candidates for redemption. One morning, Mr. Pickwick discusses hiring a manservant with his landlady, Mrs. Bardell.
Do you think it a much greater expense to keep 2 people than to keep 1?
She takes it as a proposal. Faints. His friends arrive at precisely the wrong moment. Enter Dodson and Fogg, attorneys, fees apply, vulture lawyers who smell profit. They persuade her to sue for breach of promise. The case rests on flimsy trifles, twisted by Sergeant Buzzfuzz's comic rhetoric.
Chops, tomato sauce, don't trouble yourself about the warming pan, offered as damning proof.
Justice Starely, nearsighted and ill-tempered, confuses witnesses and tilts the scales. The jury finds for Mrs. Bardell, outraged and principled. Mr. Pickwick refuses to pay damages and is sent to the Fleet prison. Dickens exposes the grim conditions, but keeps focus on people rather than horror. He satirizes a system that imprisons the poor, a place where hope dwindles, and tests Pickwick's innocence. His response reveals the true depth of his character. For all its farce, the Pickwick Papers has a large and generous heart, a celebration of friendship. They blunder into scrapes together and blunder out together. Loyalty remains even when someone, usually Winkle, has made a hash of things. Friends cross the country, bail you out, and stand by you in court. A contract of employment blossoms into one of literature's great friendships, a bond beyond class. When Pickwick is sent to the Fleet, Sam gets himself imprisoned to stay by his side. A Sancho Panza to Pickwick's very English Don Quixote. Pickwick's benevolence reaches foes. He pays their debts, secures their release, and finds them a new start. The comedy is rarely cruel. We laugh with them because their failings are recognizably human. Kindness, forgiveness, fellowship, the Pickwickian spirit. After a slow start, sales climbed. The 4th installment, and Sam Weller lit the fuse. Suddenly, everyone was talking, each monthly number selling around 40,000 copies. Families, friends, neighbors, reading aloud, debating, placing bets on what came next. Wellerisms became catchphrases, merchandise sprang up, Pickwick hats, Weller cigars, Boz cravats, even songbooks and knock-off plays. It made Dickens the most beloved author in English before 25. It crowned the monthly serial and proved a novel could be both art and mass entertainment. A cultural earthquake whose aftershocks shaped literature for a century. In an age of grim anti-heroes, a cheerful, rambling book about a naive gentleman offers a tonic. Kindness. Pickwick chooses compassion over condemnation, forgiveness over revenge. Character drives the joy. Pompous politicians, quack doctors, flirtatious widows, melancholy conmen, boozy clerks, cheerful coachmen. Time travel to the England of stagecoaches, a leisurely pace that invites us to slow down and savor the road. Profoundly joyful, written with youthful energy, a perfect entry into Dickens. So there you have it, a sunny, chaotic, wonderfully good-hearted whirlwind tour. Begin your journey this instant. The Pickwick Papers is in the public domain, freely and legally online. Download to your phone, your tablet, your computer. The door to the White Hart Inn is wide open. a chair by the fire saved for you. Start with the sunshine, the laughter, the stagecoaches. The coach is ready to depart. Are you coming?